because then you're gonna put this up.
You're not I don't know why you're like not doing it.
Oh, I'm very hungover.
That's fair.
The beer and the Chick-fil-A, I think, are a good indication of what my day has been like. I woke up an hour ago.
Chapter 4.
Yes, I'm awake.
Of Genesis.
I'm gonna hold the Bible. That feels appropriate.
Yeah, do it.
I'm gonna follow along. If you guys want to follow along at home,
You can do that.
get your Bibles out.
Chapter 4,
Go to the 4th chapter.
verse 1.
Which is confusing.
Adam bangs his wife for the first time.
What? That's in the book? That's not in the fucking book.
Look this shit up.
Do they get married? Do they have a ceremony?
No,
Because
there's no marriage.
there's so many pages in this.
I know. Oh, yeah, though, go back a couple pages.
It's so soft, too. It feels like
Oh, yeah.
turning these pages feels a lot like holding a baby. You're just like,
You're
careful.
just terrified.
Careful.
You gonna fucking break it.
Now, Adam slept with his wife. That is exactly. That's like exactly what it said.
I know.
Okay. I'm gonna. All right.
The point of this is to point out the stupidity, but I'm not fucking with shit because I want you to know what this really says.
It's just so hard to believe. This is the bedrock of our society.
Okay. After the fucking, she gets pregnant.
Yep. Almost verbatim.
She has a son. They name him Cain.
Mm-hmm.
And then she has another kid, I guess. Second kid seems like kind of a throwaway.
When the time came, she gave birth to Cain. Asterisk. What the fuck is that asterisk for?
It's for like the Hebrew definition of Cain.
Oh, okay. What does it mean?
I don't know. I made notes,
Hebrew.
man.
Cain sounds like a Hebrew term that could mean bring forth or acquire. All right. Weird. And she said, with the Lord's help, I have brought forth a man. Later, she gave birth to a second son named Abel.
It seems like kind of a fucking throwaway.
It really does. Like the second time Barack Obama got elected,
Yeah.
we're all just like,
You're just like, okay,
yeah,
I mean, that's cool.
We've had a black president already. We don't care anymore.
Like, I'm not mad that he's still here.
Yeah, but it's like,
but it's
no need to celebrate like the
Yeah.
first time.
No,
That's 10 years ago.
it was. Yeah. It was no.
When he got elected for the first time.
Oh, I thought you meant like when he was president. It was 10 years. Like, so I get, yeah.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago when he was president.
Yeah, but like he was also president like 3 years ago.
Yeah. And 10.
Okay.
That doesn't mean anything. Let's keep going. This is dumb.
See, Abel was a shepherd and Cain was a farmer.
Okay.
So like Cain did like the fruits and the veg,
Mm-hmm.
and then Abel did like the food, like the meats. There was harvest time, and they for some reason God gets gifts.
God gets gifts?
Yeah. So they harvested their crops, and then they were like, oh, God gets some of this for some fucking weird reason. Makes no goddamn sense. And Cain brings farm stuff, and Abel brings the best sheep of his flock. And God's like,
This
sheep...
says several choice lambs.
Yeah, like the best ones.
It's choice.
Yeah.
Dude, like a California
Yeah.
Dude, these waves
Yeah,
are choice.
USDA choice. And God's like, well, these sheep are dope, right? Like, these are cool. But your wheat, that's bullshit, you idiot. I hate this.
This made Cain very angry.
Yeah.
And dejected.
Yeah. I wonder why disappointing the creator of the universe would bum you out.
You know, 3 people.
Yeah.
4 people, sorry. You know, 3 people.
No, 3. Your parents and your brother.
Your parents, your brother, and then you
you.
You have direct contact with the Lord.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so 4. Yeah.
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 And you disappoint 25% of all people you know.
disappoint 75% of the things that matter, because he made the goddamn galaxy.
He made everything.
He matters more.
Yeah, he matters a lot.
Like,
So
if you disappointed your little brother, you'd be like, shit, man, like, that sucks. But like, if both your parents were like, you failed us,
yeah,
you'd be way more upset.
yeah, I would be pretty bummed out. That'd be a bad day.
Yeah. And God's like, fuck your shit.
Like, no, that hurts my
And
feelings.
you only had 2 things to pick from.
And then he's all like, why are you so angry?
Yeah. And Cain's like, I don't know. I only had 2 things to pick from. My dickhead brother who's older picked the cool thing first. I did what I could with what I got.
Fuck you, man. I did my best.
Yeah.
What is happening here?
I don't know. Maybe we're not to it yet.
The Lord asked him, why do you look so dejected? You will be accepted if you respond in the right way. But if you refuse to respond correctly, then watch out.
Sin is waiting at your doorstep. I looked this up, actually. I don't have the notes of the other translations, but basically, like, in other translations, what he actually says is basically like, don't lie to me. Like, I'm asking you a question. If you like try to cover it up, then you're gonna like go down the wrong path. But like, if you're honest and like we can like communicate, basically.
I thought this was like the principal's office kind of deal where it's like answer right or wrong.
Yeah, no, that's how like this translation. I have notes of like other translations here because like sometimes stuff in there is like they try to make it too modern. Mm-hmm. But like that's basically what
Like,
he's.
then watch out.
Yeah, watch out.
Watch out. Look out, man. There's 2 kinds of people in the world who know karate. Chinese and the king.
And Cain ignores him. He's like, I don't know. I just fucking, whatever. I'm fine. I'm fine. Whatever. And then Cain goes to his brother and he's like, hey, bud, you want to go for a hike? Let's go chill in the fields.
Yeah, I would love a hike, man. Like, King, we don't do anything.
Right. No, it's been a minute.
It's been a while.
And well, it's because you have all the sheep.
I have so many sheep.
And I mean, like, I have to water the crops.
We're both so busy.
We are, but
we
like,
work on the same farm.
We
though.
do.
There's like,
but we still have shit. But like, let's take today. We sacrificed our things to God for no reason whatsoever because He didn't do anything.
We did it out of the goodness of our hearts.
Because we're good people.
We're good people.
Both of us.
Both
but
of us.
let's go on a hike. Let's just take the day for us.
Yeah, we deserve it. I think we need a day off.
And then Abel gets murdered.
This is the first day off.
This is the first day off.
And then
Abel gets murdered.
Abel gets.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why he killed him.
Mm-hmm. Because he was mad that sheep were better than wheat.
Sheep are better than wheat, though.
Yeah, no, it's an objective truth, but he was not.
It's a pencil company finding out about pens.
Right.
Like, what?
Murder all these motherfuckers.
Oh, let's take these pen guys out for a hike. You know what I'm saying? Bick who? Suck my bick. You know what I'm saying? Ticonderoga forever.
Number 3 pencils. I don't know what that meant.
I don't know what that. I thought you were doing
I wanted to. It didn't go anywhere.
No, that's fine.
So then God's like, "Hey, Cain, have you seen your brother around anywhere?"
Like, don't ring a bell.
No, he was the guy that he sacrificed some sheep to me, and they were awesome sheep.
I don't know what sheep are. I've never seen a sheep.
You know what sheep.
Can't think of a sheep.
I feel like you're making this difficult for both of us.
Adam knows what a sheep is. He
named him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, try not to think about the naming anymore.
We all do.
And Cain gets weirdly like angry. He's like, I don't know. Am I his fucking keeper? Should I just know where he is all the fucking time? Like, he gets really aggressive.
He throws a tantrum after he murders him. It's nice to know that people haven't changed at all.
And God's response, which is kind of, super metal, he's like, your brother's blood cries out from the ground to me.
That's fucking metal, dude. That's hardcore as shit.
Yeah.
If that was a line in like an AFI song, I would be.
Oh yeah, you'd be like, yeah, make perfect sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Your blood cries out from the grave for me.
It's more like a Danzig voice that you're doing, though.
I know. I can't do AFI's voice.
I mean, that's fair. It's Davey Havok, yeah.
He's up there.
Yeah. Davey Havok's Davey Havok.
He's great.
Yeah,
he's I can't do it.
Yeah.
That was a very Danzig voice, though.
Mother. Anyways, so God's like, hey, Cain, you murdered one of 3 people that exist, or one of 4 people. You gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna mark you as a murderer, and fuck you. And Cain's like, bro, what about all the other people in the world? Because you remember how there's only 4 people?
Yeah.
No, there's other people apparently too. It's like chapter 4, like verse 11.
Okay, verse 11.
I think maybe 12.
What have you done? Listen, your brother's kind. Oh my, you are hereby banished to ground. You have defiled my brother's blood. No longer will it yield abundant crops for you, no matter how hard you work. Homeless fugitive on the earth. My punishment is too great to bear. You have banished me from my land, and from your presence you have made me a wandering fugitive. All who see me will try to kill me. Yeah, who's that all?
Uh-huh.
And the Lord replied, they will not kill you, for I will give 7 times your punishment to anyone who... What? This is all very confusing.
Yeah. So apparently in the background, God was like, the rest of the world.
He just made... But, like, that was, like, the whole... They really should put, like, a timestamp here.
Uh-huh.
Where it's like, oh, yeah, Adam and Eve are, like, in their 70s now, and God went out and, like, made Amsterdam.
You think 70's old. Go on.
No, I'm not. I'm just, like, wait. I don't...
Don't look ahead. Don't ruin it for yourself.
No, that's not.
Don't ruin it for yourself.
You kind of just did.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, I just did, though. Okay, so they're 75.
So there are more people in the world than we ever knew about.
Okay.
And
I feel like I want there to be a counter after all of this. Every time I just kind of sigh, just okay, fine.
it's like, I guess this is part of it now. Cool.
Because I think that's how this whole religion got like as big as it did. Just people being like, just sitting in church and being like, excuse me, Father, where did the other people come from? Oh, there were other people the whole time.
Yeah. God doesn't need to show his ways to you. He works in mysterious ways. That's in the book.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, goddamn right, it's fine, bitch.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, that's what I said. Church was very aggressive when they were establishing their religion.
They had to be.
Yeah, well,
you gotta make your stand.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. That's how you get involved. 6 okay fines later, boom, you're a Christian. Killing in the Crusades.
And then Cain wanders to the land of Nod.
What?
I like you double checking everything that I'm telling you.
It's like, what is happening?
There is an asterisk next to Nod.
Okay.
And and the asterisk says apparently it means wandering.
Yeah, that's what it says.
No.
Yeah, that's exactly what it says. I don't even know why I keep doing this.
Well, it's fucking hilarious.
We're on the same page we have been for the past 20 minutes, and every time you're like, this is exactly what it says. I go, no, it does. Okay. That's the verb. That's exactly the words they use.
So Cain bangs his wife.
What? Okay, fine. That should be the name of the show instead. Just, okay, fine.
Yeah, it should be. They have a kid, which is not surprising from the banging.
What? Who is his wife?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Fine.
And they named the kid Enoch. I don't know what that means. I didn't write it down.
Did they have an asterisk?
Maybe. Chapter 4, verse 17.
Enoch was the father of Arad.
Oh yeah, no, like
this is just people. Oh, I thought it was like I just saw Arad and I thought it was like a rock, so I thought it was a place. Let's do 418 or the ancestor of and throughout throughout the verse. So it's just saying these are their dads.
Yeah.
But like what is okay, it doesn't matter. Enoch is a thing now.
Yeah. Cain founds a city and names it Enoch, like after his kid. He's like, you have a whole city now. After your name.
Does he become king of the city?
I don't think so. It doesn't say that.
How are they finding cities when there are other people who live there?
Well,
maybe?
We're going to get to a different part of this that I'll never let go that makes me fucking furious, which is it takes 7,000 years for them to figure out tents.
It's like 3 sticks in a blanket.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It fucking pisses me off. So I don't know what a city is to them. Like, I don't know if a city is just like, it's bumpy or rocks. SARS now, where the bumpy stops is not our city. It's a city. I don't know what it means, man. I'm just telling you what the book says.
We can't go over every single line.
We can.
Okay,
Dude, fucking Rogan does 3.5-hour podcasts. We can do that.
We could absolutely do that.
Because I'm entertained as fuck, so I don't give a shit about anybody else.
Yeah, no, I'm having a great time. But like, my God.
I know. So Enoch has Irad. Irad has Mehajael. Mehajael has Methushael. Methushael has Lamech. This is the 5 years later of Endgame.
This is like
it's just like this guy has this kid. Like so for
but
5.
This is like 4 generations.
Yeah,
4?
none of them did anything. They were all fucking losers.
1,
apparently.
2, 3, 4, 5 generations.
Uh-huh.
And they're all. It's just like that's all they're doing is just having.
Yeah. It's bad storytelling is what it is.
It's not a good story.
It's not.
I mean, it's a good story, but the way they tell it is garbage.
Yeah.
That's the same way I feel about fucking all those old like Greek poems, like the Odyssey.
Yeah.
It's just not good. It's not a poem, and it's not good. And then he went on a boat, and then he went like, dude, have you ever read Beowulf? Have you ever sat down and read Beowulf?
No, I can't get through Beowulf.
It's
I like the Odyssey,
garbage.
though, but Beowulf, yeah, it's bad.
And I've actually read the Odyssey, but I have read Beowulf,
Yeah,
which
it's
is
not
like,
great.
and then he goes to the tavern, and then there is a monster, and then the monster hurts people, and then he rips the monsters off, and then he hits the monster with the arm, and then he leaves the monsters dead. Go ahead, read Beowulf. Go ahead. Fucking do it.
You know how we're doing the thing where I say shit and then he says, that's not real. You can play at home.
Fucking read Beowulf, you cowards.
So Lamech married 2 women.
Okay, fine.
And we're going to pause here momentarily
Yeah, I think we need to
discuss the fact that a lot of shitty dickheads hold that book up and go, but fucking fags can't fucking get married.
They can't.
We're
It's bad.
4 chapters in to this nightmare tome, and this motherfucker marries 2 women, which also people are not okay with.
No, the Mormons are cool with
It's
it.
their fucking book.
This is like this. You have to remember this exact book has spawned so many.
The Mormons don't
religions.
count, though, because
Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Jesus Christ is in here.
they can say whatever names they want. I can call myself Michael Jordan. I am white, short, and bad at basketball.
You've been holding on to that one.
I just came out of my mouth right
That
now.
was pretty good.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Off the cuff, motherfuckers.
No,
It's not in here, so.
It's infuriating that
Yes.
yeah, it's whatever.
No, I could not agree more.
It's fucking bullshit.
Hey, man, gays can't get married because what's going to happen next? Turtles. Lamech marries 2 women,
No,
Adah and Zillah.
yeah.
Yeah, he does. Roll Tide. I'm going to make Lamech a big Bama fan just because it makes
I
me
like
happy.
it. I like it. It's good.
Adah, Zillah, the game's on. Come in here now. You got to watch the game. Roll Tide. Where are my pork rinds? I do not want the regular pork rinds. I want the barbecue flavor pork rinds. God damn it. Sorry, guy. Just kidding. You know what I'm saying? Roll Tide.
Oh, we're getting to my favorite part.
Okay.
Adah, Ada, whatever, has
Is
a
it
baby.
Ada or is it Adah?
I don't know.
Yeah, they don't really.
There's
give
no,
you
like,
pronunciations. Ada
Accents.
sounds better.
Yeah, it sounds more modern. So she has a baby named Jabal.
Okay.
He was the first herdsman to live in a tent.
Where were they living before?
I don't know. Caves?
You can't really herd that well from
No.
a cave. You can't herd that great from a tent either.
No,
But
at least it moves. Like, that's actually the ideal thing. Because then, right, they fucking eat the grass and then get short, and then you move to the next place and you take your house with you, and it's good.
why even put that in there?
Because that was the only thing he did with his life, was he invented tents 5,000 years after it was acceptable for tents to have existed.
He had a brother named Jubal.
We're getting to him. We're talking about the tent thing right now because it pisses me off.
I just saw Jabal and Jubal, and it's like, what the? Okay, you ran out of names. You just
Well, the alphabet was new. They were excited to use all the letters in different ways.
I mean, he had 2 wives.
Right, yeah. They were very uncreative.
Okay, so
I
Jabal.
want to name my kid Jabal.
J-
Mine's Jubal. Fuck you, bitch.
So J-Ball's in a tent.
J-Ball's in a tent. Jubal was the first musician. He invented the harp and the flute.
Why is this in here?
I don't know.
Why is any of this?
I don't know. God,
There's
wait
so
to get to
much.
Exodus, man. It's worse.
Oh, we have a ways to go.
No, we do. Zilla was the other wife. She had Tubal.
No, she did not. She did.
He was the first person to work with metal. Also, Tubal had a sister. We don't talk about her because she's not important.
No, she's a woman.
Yeah, exactly.
She can't do anything.
In chapter 4, verse 23, Lamech comes home one day randomly. I don't know when this is in the story, because these are Lamech's fucking kids. But now we're back to him. But he comes home one day, and he's like, "Hey, ladies, a kid attacked me, and so I murdered him. And because I am Cain's kid, no one can touch me because God will punish them 70 times instead of 7 because I'm a fucking big dick swinging badass motherfucker."
Yep.
Why?
Well, I don't know
Why
why.
is it in
I
there?
don't
Why
know.
does he say
Why,
that?
Why? That's.
Why do either of these things happen?
Does it come up later?
No.
What? There's no like.
No.
This isn't.
No. There's no foreshadowing.
So it's like, oh, Lamech's got a couple of kids,
Yep.
Two-ball, Jew-ball, Do-ball, Foo-ball, and then he comes home one day. He comes home, and he's like, "Hello, my wives. I have killed a child today because he attacked me, and since I am the son of Cain, anyone who attacks me not only gets hurt 7 times more, they get hurt 77 times more."
He's like, fucking go on.
This is insanity. That's just a verse in the.
I know.
Like I would. Oh my god. Oh fucking please let someone come up to me and be like, "What is your favorite Bible verse?" And I'll be like, Genesis 4:24. No, Genesis 4:23. "Listen to me, my wives. I have killed a youth who attacked me and wounded me."
That's its own verse.
That's you can say that to people. If they ask you what your favorite Bible verse is, say Genesis 4:23. Dude, what's Genesis 4:20? Blaze it. Ada gave birth to a baby named Jabal. He became the first of the husband to live in tents. Genesis 4:20 is also a banger. I'm having opinions about Bible verses because of people living in tents and killing children. This is the Bible.
Oh god, it hurts so much. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna get a tattoo that says Genesis 4:23 on it.
Adam bangs Eve again.
What? He's not dead. It's been 5 generations.
In my notes, I put in parentheses because they're either still alive after 7 generations or because this is just a weird callback.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
4:25.
Yeah, and they
Genesis
have a son,
4:25,
they
if
name
you
him
wanna-
Seth, and that means granted because he was the Abel replacement. Eve literally is just like, oh, thank God, I got a refund on my kid, and now we use it to get a new one. Like it's just a replacement.
This is very weird.
It's like when you break your screen on your phone.
Yeah, it's
You
like
just get it swapped out.
yeah, you go to the Genius store and they give you a new baby.
Yeah.
And they name him replacement baby.
No.
Baby number 2.
Yeah. Seth grew up and had a kid. He named it Enosh. When Enosh was alive, that was the first time that people began worshiping God.
The timeline is all over the place.
I know.
What were Adam and Eve doing?
Fucking.
They weren't worshiping God.
I mean, I'd imagine they'd be bitter.
What was Cain and Abel doing?
Also being bitter.
Abel was happy as a clam,
Whoa. I mean, we don't know if he was happy.
which Adam also named. Just imagine. We are not going to let go of the fact that Adam fucked every single animal.
Every animal
you've ever heard of.
Yeah.
Not even that's alive anymore. Just everyone.
everything. There's plenty of animals that like. Weird Joe Rogan reference because I've been on a Joe Rogan podcast kick.
Sure.
He likes to talk about how there was a thing, I think it was called like Australopithecus. That was basically Bigfoot. Like there was actually a creature that existed that was like 9 feet tall or like 8 feet tall. It was like 350 pounds. It was like a monkey descendant.
Dope.
Adam fucked it.
Yep. Yes, he did.
Adam fucked Bigfoot.
Adam fucked Bigfoot, dude.
Adam fucked Bigfoot.
That's in here. The Bible. The good book.
I need that now.
Okay.
Because for chapter 5,
I feel weird drinking out of this Chick-fil-A cup while we're reading the Bible.
I thought that was literally exactly why you got that today.
No, I just really enjoy Chick-fil-A.
That's fair.
It's that honey roasted barbecue.
When
sauce,
Adam
man.
was 130 years old, his son Seth was born, and then Seth was the very image of his father. After the birth of Seth, Adam lived for another 800 years. He died at the age of 930. When Seth was 105, his son Enosh was born. After the birth of Enosh, Seth lived for 807 years. He had other sons and daughters. He died at the age of 912. When Enosh was 90 years old, his son Quin was born. After the birth of Quin, Enosh lived for 815 years. He was 905 years old. When Quin was 70, he had kids. He was 840 when he died. When Mahalalel was born, he was 65, and his son Jared was born. After the birth of Jared, Mahalalel lived another 830 years. He died at 895. When Jared was 162, his son Enoch was born. After the birth of Enoch, Jared lived another 800 years. He died at 962. When Enoch was 65, his son Methuselah was born. After the birth of Methuselah, Enoch lived another 300 years. He died young, 365. He also enjoyed a close relationship with God throughout his life, and then suddenly he disappeared because God took him. When Methuselah was 187, his son Lamech was born. After the birth of Lamech, the 10th guy, fuck tense, Methuselah lived for another 782 years. He had other sons and daughters. He died at 969 when Lamech was 182. Blink 182. His son Noah was born. Lamech named his son Noah, for he said, "He will bring us relief from the painful labor of farming this ground the Lord has cursed." After the birth of Noah, Lamech lived 595 years. He had other sons and daughters. He died at 777. By the time Noah was 500 years old, he had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. You got any questions?
Okay, fine. I got a question. Actually,
Yeah,
I got a question. Chick-fil-A, it's delicious sandwiches. We're
No.
not sponsored. We could be. We're reading the Bible.
Probably couldn't.
We are literally reading the Bible verbatim.
No,
what
yeah,
it says.
that's true. Hey,
Chick-fil-A should
Chick-fil-A.
sponsor me.
Yeah. Can we just have can our sponsorship just be like 2 sandwiches a week?
Oh, I'd be happy with that.
Right.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
Or if you give him 4 sandwiches a week, you give me a bucket of that honey roasted barbecue sauce. We'll call it even. Like a bucket, like the Home Depot 5-gallon bucket. One of that.
Oh, you had a single question about the totally reasonable thing that I just told you.
I'm going to bypass a lot of questions to get to one question.
Uh-huh.
That's actually, I think, a pretty good question.
Okay.
So all that happened. Right.
162-year-old man had a child going.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that happens.
Yeah.
So a lot of people who take the Bible literally,
Mm-hmm.
they believe the world is 6,000 years old.
Mhm.
Is that the number?
Roughly.
Okay. We just did like 2,000 years
Mm-hmm.
at like with one person basically. No, because like one was 900, one was 700. Like if you add all
The average age was like 920. Because there was only one guy that died. Literally, only one person died before they were 800. There was one dude that lived. Oh, but he was a badass and God loved him. So there was a dude that lived 365 years. But instead of dying, God was just like, "Hey, you don't have to do the dying thing. Come." Maybe
you just took them.
He was very Michael Jackson-y. Because that dude was young as fuck. And God was like, "No, you don't have to die.
That's ignorant.
Come on,
That's
baby.
ignorant.
Come on. Come to
I
heaven."
don't like you touching me like that. I'm doing that voice. It makes me uncomfortable. But we just legit did like
yeah, no,
3,000 years.
A long amount of most of
That's fucking wild.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jesus should be in there now.
Oh no, we got a bit. You haven't even gotten to the New Testament yet. Still no.
We're legit like 3 pages in.
Yeah, no, I'm more like 5. Page 6. The book says page 6. We're making progress.
Okay, all right. So that was.
I'm gonna give you back to that so you can fact check me.
I'm not gonna read all that nonsense.
No, not that. But I'm just like now we're like if I say something crazy, you can be like, that's not real.
That was like, it's all there.
I know.
It looks insane when you just look at it.
But it doesn't sound insane when you hear it.
No, it sounds insane when you hear it. It sounds fucking insane. He died at the age of 930.
Yeah. My grandma's like 800.
What happened that we don't live to the age of 930 anymore?
So it made God upset because people found other people attractive, chapter 6, verse 2, and they married them. And God was like, fuck that shit. You can't marry who you want.
Okay. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
There it is. The answer's right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And so God decides that people live for too long and they're annoying.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. And so he's like, in the future, instead of 1,000, people are going to live like 120. Chapter 6, verse 3.
Goddamn.
There were giants because angels banged humans. And then the humans had giant babies.
Are the angels giant?
Oh.
How big? Okay. Okay. Fine.
Chapter 6, verse 4. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward. When the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them, they were the heroes of old, men of renown. The translation in that book says, in those days and even afterward, giants lived on the earth. For whenever sons of God had intercourse with human women, they gave birth to children who became the heroes mentioned in legends of old. Chapter 6, verse 4. Angels fucked ladies, and ladies had superhero giant babies. I swear to fucking God, all of this is fucking real.
Okay.
Just moving on.
Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead with that one. That one actually tracks. That makes sense to me.
I mean, if an angel were to fuck a lady,
something weird would happen. You'd get a giant or a werewolf or something.
Yeah, you'd get a Wolverine or like a Cyclops. Like
you'd get something.
You'd like maybe like a Storm.
I'll take a Storm.
Right, or Deadpool.
Cool. That'd be all right.
You know, there was one giant that was Deadpool that just had a jacked sense of humor. And everybody's like, "This guy sucks.
This guy fucking sucks. He's the worst giant. We hate this giant."
Can we write a movie called The Worst Giant?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be a Bible. It'll be a VeggieTales movie.
No, Bible Man.
Bible Man?
Yeah, Bible Man exists.
I don't know what Bible Man
is.
It's
these VHS tapes they sell in Bible like Christian bookstores, and it's just this guy just like in this weird shitty Batman mask. While you're Googling that, because I'm positive that's what you're doing.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
I will tell you a little side story, which is when I was looking up translations for that chapter or for that verse, because I was like, this isn't real. Like, this is not what the fucking, like, mine's broken.
Yeah, you have a broken Bible.
Yeah.
Clearly.
So I was I was looking around trying to figure out, like, fuck. And one of the websites I found, shocker, was like a super cheap website, and like somebody had like hand typed a lot of stuff, and they had fucked up the typing, and it said, when the sons of God came in women. And I really I had to look up that translation on a different website to make sure that wasn't real. And I was really hoping that the Bible was just like, yeah, all the angels were coming in chicks.
Just coming right in their pussies. When angels would splooge in a woman's vagine. No, I want images for Bible Man.
Verse 5, God just decides the people are totally evil. It's great, right?
I hate it. Why do people let things like this occur?
I don't know, man. Because they believe all this shit's real.
They believe that angels be fucking women, just fucking them right in their pussies, and then just,
Right in the puss.
when an angel splooges all up in a woman's push. That is chapter 6, verse 4, ladies and gentlemen, in the book of Genesis.
So yeah, God just decides everybody's evil. He's like, all these assholes are evil. Chapter 6, verse 5. And he says that he's sorry he made any life.
Wow.
Including animals and birds. Side note, this entire book of the Bible insists on separating, like saying animals and birds.
It does say, I will destroy all the animals and birds.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. Like, he's like, fuck humans, they suck, but also all the animals because they did something wrong.
And the birds.
But birds are animals.
I'm going to say that you're correct in that statement.
Nuh-huh.
But I will add to that by saying, I think the people who originally wrote the Bible didn't understand birds.
How is that possible?
Because they saw I think they saw animals as like the walkie things, and they saw the flyy things as birds.
No! They're all like, that's not a distinction you would make.
There's a lot of things I wouldn't make about this.
Fine.
See, that's exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That wasn't even a joke. That was literally just you breaking me and be like, I don't give a shit. Fucking fine.
I think that's what this is for. I think this is meant to break people.
Even though God wants to murder everything on the planet, he's cool with Noah. He likes him. Noah's chill.
What did Noah do?
Oh,
okay.
It doesn't say. It says like he was a righteous man, but it doesn't describe what people did that was not righteous.
Yeah, okay. Okay, fine.
So he was just like more chill.
Sure.
So God goes to Noah, he's like, hey bro, I'm gonna kill everything except for you. And he's like, you wanna build a boat?
Yeah, I'll build a boat.
Cool. So it needs to be 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet tall.
Wait, it has the measurements.
614.
That doesn't seem big enough.
It doesn't.
That seems like a pretty small boat.
No. But here's the thing. It only needs to be big enough for 2 of every single animal on the planet, 7 pairs of every single kind of bird, 7 pairs of every animal that God has approved for sacrifice. We'll get to that. And Noah and his wife and his kids and their wives. So it's not a lot.
I'm going to ask a question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just fire away. Whatever you got.
I got a couple of.
Yeah, let's do this. That's why we're here, man.
There's a few.
Yeah. We got time.
Okay. Well, you see, so you got your boat.
Mm-hmm.
You got your measurements for the boat.
Yeah.
And you need to fill up the boat with 1 of every single animal.
2.
2.
Yeah, because they gotta fuck.
So they got to fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Every animal,
but not for pleasure.
Because
no.
Sex is not fun.
Shouldn't be.
Not a good time.
Yeah, if you're having fun, you're doing it wrong.
You are. So you need to fill up the boat with 2 of every animal.
Yeah.
In order for them to procreate, so they can survive.
Right.
The whole flood seems kind of, I don't want to say pointless, but dramatic.
So I see what you're saying.
Because if you're just going to destroy everything but keep everything on a boat safe, and then the flood ends, and then you let everything off the boat, and then it goes back to the way it was, why did you do any of that in the first place?
Well, probably because God was bros with all like the specific pairs of animals that.
So this arc is now like Club 54, where it's extremely exclusive and only.
I gotta be honest with you. Like in all serious, like in a serious moment.
Yeah.
you are asking a question that I did not even think about when I was doing these chapters. I was like, there was so much bullshit leading up to it that I didn't even think about. Well, yeah, why the fuck would you just start over? Like, you hate it all.
Yeah. But you're going to keep it all.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's not even a hard reset.
No.
No.
It's a soft reset.
It's like when you play a game and you beat it and then you go to level select. It's like, well, you didn't erase the file.
Right.
You kind of just have
like,
all the
the
same.
people thing I get. But God could have just been like, fuck all the people.
Yeah,
like,
he could have just got rid of them.
Yeah.
They could have done that in a sentence.
Did not need to get rid of the animals.
And then God banished all the people from... He motherfucking took a guy. Take more people.
Yeah.
Just grab them.
God damn. Okay.
Like, why even do the flood at all?
I don't know, man. I mean, I didn't get it to begin with, but fucking shit. Now I really don't.
Now you don't know. It makes even
now
less
it's
sense.
double bad.
It doesn't make any sense.
I can't even be funny right now. I'm just...
You just
I want to make a joke and just be like, I'm just... I don't...
Why did God do the flood? And you're just like, no, fuck.
No.
Why?
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 Okay, let's...
It's like, I don't like anything in my basement, so I'm going to go flood my basement.
In chapter 17...
But I'm going to keep all the stuff I like. That way... I get to not get rid of my stuff.
Right, yeah.
But I flooded the basement.
Yeah. In chapter 17, God comes back to Noah and he's like, hey, seriously, fucking everything not on that boat's going to die. Like, seriously, I'm fucking killing everything if it's not on that boat.
He makes a point to say, bring a pair of every kind of animal, a male and a female,
for the fucking,
into the boat with you to keep them alive during the flood. Pairs of each kind of bird and each kind of animal.
Birds are animals.
Large enough and small alike will come to you to be kept alive. And remember, take enough food for your family.
Yeah, that's chapter. I have.
So Noah did everything exactly as God commanded him. That's it. He just did it.
Yeah.
No problem.
No.
Just done.
Yeah.
No, just okay.
Yeah.
It's done.
Also, God's murdering everything on the planet.
Killing everything.
But he takes a minute to be mom and just be like, hey guys, don't forget food. You might be hungry.
Aren't you gonna kill everything? Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. No, I'm worried. Everything.
What kind of food should I pack? Could I get granola bars?
You can you should take granola bars.
Okay.
Like,
can I get peanut butter sandwiches?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got Capri Suns?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything
cool.
you need, just make sure you have enough food.
Snack packs.
Don't forget that everything is gonna fucking die.
Snack packs. I like tapioca. I like chocolate pudding. You're not on the boat anymore.
Noah just throws himself off.
No.
Chapter 7. The flood is coming. It's coming.
It's happening.
It's coming.
Is that all of chapter 7?
No, it's just the first verse.
Okay, because it looks pretty long just to talk about how much water there is.
No, we got more.
Okay,
I got notes. But that's like the first verse. Is the chapter's just like, hey, flood.
Okay.
And then God's like, hey, you have to bring 7. So in addition to everything else, you have to bring 7 pairs of all the animals that I say it's okay to murder to make me happy.
What?
Chapter 7, verse 2. 7 pairs of the animals that I have approved for eating and sacrificing.
Oh, like cows?
I don't think that it was calves. It's always some.
Hey, guess what? Chapter 7, verse 3 is. Then select 7 pairs of every kind of bird.
What the fuck? Why?
Why are you so hung up on the birds and animals being separate?
That's a no. I'm past that. It's fucking stupid, but it's fine. But why do you need 7 pairs of every bird?
I don't know.
And also in that verse it says make sure there's a male and a female. Like Adam knows how fucking works. He made kids.
Also, you've already explained it 3 times.
Yeah.
We have an idea of what you're trying to do here. You can explain it to a classroom full of kindergartners with ADHD.
Yeah.
And they get it.
They still get it.
You need a mommy and a daddy to... So, okay, fine.
So yeah, it just makes me upset that like God's like, hey, there's certain stuff that like gets me off when you murder it. So get a lot of that stuff.
Daddy needs to get his rocks off. Make sure you kill all the birds and the cows. Yeah. I approve these for murder because Daddy's got bloodlust.
I legitimately hear God's voice like that in my head.
Hello, Quin. This is the Lord talking to you now.
So it rained for 40 days and 40 nights.
Yeah, it did.
No, it was 600 when the flood came. See, we have our triggers.
But he just said 120 before.
No, 500.
He said 120. That's how long people are going to live.
Yeah, but that was after this one.
But it's before it.
Right, but he's like after Noah. Like Noah existed. And God was like, well, when I'm done,
If Noah's
when I'm done with this
600, then
one-
his kids are going to be dying at 120. And they're going to be on the fucking boat. They can't be Okay, fine. Why am I even...
Do you want to say the catchphrase?
Okay, fine. Fine.
Also,
Okay.
it mentions this in the book, but I didn't put it in my notes. But Noah put windows in the boat. That's important for later.
Did he put him in?
I don't know what. It's somewhere in chapter 6, but he put windows in it.
I'm gonna find it. You just keep
Okay.
on talking. I might not even find it. I don't feel like finding it anymore.
It says that the underground waters burst from the ground, and it rained for 40 days.
He has a son named Ham.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Chapter 7 is really serious about them getting on the boat. It says they got on the boat like 8 to 18 times. It's really obnoxious. Chapter 7, verse 19. The water, the flood has climaxed its flooding, and the water is 22 feet above the highest mountaintop.
There's an asterisk next to the 22 feet.
Yeah, because it tells you in cubits or meters or whatever.
Oh, okay. That's lame.
Yeah. Everything on the entire planet died, and there was water on the earth for 150 days. God remembered Noah, chapter 8. It's hard at that
What
point.
else does he have going on?
So much.
No, I remember you. You've been here the whole time. You have not left.
Did you see somebody at a bar like you? Dude, we
met before, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Did I tell you to build a boat so that I could kill everyone else?
you told me to get on it like 4 times.
Oh, the food guy. I told you to get the food.
Yeah, no,
yes.
the granola bars
Yes,
and the Capri
yeah,
Sun,
yeah. How are you doing?
Terrible.
Okay, that makes sense to me, yeah.
Everything is
Yeah,
dead.
no, I murdered everything.
You killed
Yeah.
everything.
I overreacted.
And you made me put all these things on a boat.
It was a lot.
And I
admit
thought to
that.
myself, why am I even even
That's
getting these
understandable,
things
'cause
in
why
the
would you
boat
do that?
if
Yeah,
you're gonna
I mean,
kill
just
everything?
Listen to Sky Man.
Like, yeah, what are you doing,
Yeah,
Sky Man?
No, I mean, like, we're both at fault here, though.
Are we though?
Kinda. A little bit.
We'll drink from this delicious Chick-fil-A cup out of anger. My beer's empty.
We should have said something. I can get another one for you.
I would like another beer, please.
Okay. I can get you another beer.
If I can get me another beer.
Intermission, because I have to pee as well.
Yeah, take a quick break here. This podcast is brought to you by not Chick-fil-A.
Podcast we wish was brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
God, that'd be so neat. I would. Oh my God, if they sponsored me, I would wear all their fucking gear. I would wear so much Chick-fil-A merch. Okay, this is. Okay, I would wear a hat. I'd wear a fucking like Letterman jacket from Chick-fil-A. I would fucking get sweatpants, shoes. Get me a pair of Chick-fil-A Force Ones. Oh God, I'm tired.
much more liquid than I thought I actually had to be. I was not prepared for that. Oh, we're not even to an hour yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Wild. We're zooming through this fucking thing.
Well, you know.
4 more episodes. We're going to be done.
5.
Dude, now I want to just have Chick-fil-A gear.
I know.
Have them. I would wear like everything Chick-fil-A. I'd have the pants, the socks, the shoes. I'd have a shirt and a jacket. I'd have a Chick-fil-A watch on. People would be like, "Hey man, that means you hate the gays." No, it doesn't. It means I love chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, I think it's fair that, like, you know, objectively, you should not support shitty, hateful assholes. But at the same time,
Agree.
Like, it's goddamn amazing.
It's
like,
really tasty.
It's
Oh
really
my
good.
god. What's your go-to at Chick-fil-A? What do you?
I usually just get the nuggets, man.
Nuggets are solid.
I know.
Solid nuggets.
Yeah.
Simple.
I did see a tweet, and I would love to credit this human because I've seen it a lot, but I can't remember who said it. But it's one of my favorite tweets of all time. And it just says, "How long do you think they took to come up with the idea of illiterate cows begging for their lives for the Chick-fil-A ads?"
I remember when that came out, my mom thought it was the funniest thing she had ever seen.
I mean, when I was 12, I thought it was fucking great.
Yeah. But my mom was not 12 when it came out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I assumed
It was like 2004.
Yeah. No, I wasn't 12 then. I was like 13.
It was like
14. I was 14.
The cows were like walking around with the signs and like.
I think it was a little.
I think some of them they went and like beat up chickens or something, like not actual chickens, but like people in chicken costumes.
Oh yeah.
My mom thought it was the funniest fucking thing she had ever seen.
It really is kind of a twisted. Like, that guy's just wrong in the head.
Yeah, whoever thought of that, but they've committed to it.
Oh, they
this whole
have hard.
time.
Yeah.
Really leaned into it, and you know what? It works for me. I don't know what about it, but it makes.
So
me
yeah,
feel...
God remembers Noah.
Mm-hmm.
We need to note that.
I had to remember. I mean, it's not like. Okay, fine.
I know.
What else are you supposed to say to all this nonsense other than okay, fine?
We're learning that's the point.
That's really like it's just yep. All right, cool. Yep, we're doing it. This is how it works.
So after 150 days, the boat lands on a mountain.
What?
Then they waited another 2.5 months, and the water receded, and they could see mountaintops.
But they were on the top of a mountain.
Yeah, but they couldn't see it.
But they landed on it.
Well, yeah, but not to give any credit to this because it's all nonsense bullshit.
You got to try to make sense of it where you can.
But like, you could hit a sand dune in a boat.
Yeah.
Like, it would stop your boat.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't necessarily like see like the solid ground at the bottom of the lake.
That's true.
Right. So like, if it was 22 feet, like if the water was 22 feet above the mountain, and then it started to recede, and they like hit the top of the mountain. Like, it's a.
But it said it landed.
Well, yeah, landed. God remembered Noah. You know.
I was just thinking like this is the top of the mountain. The boat's just kind of like.
Yeah, well, like it's like peaks, right? Like there's stuff, and then like it's stuck between. I don't fucking.
Just like rocking back and forth like a pendulum on a fulcrum.
Oh God, you son of a bitch!
Zekrom, is that a mathematic word? It feels
Zekrom,
like because like you know a fulcrum. Isn't there like a Zekrom?
No,
or a
no,
or Zacher?
No.
Kareem.
No. None of this is real.
Nope. Fine.
So they hung out on the mountain for like 4 months, 150 days. No, I'm sorry. After 150 days, they landed on that mountain, and then they sat there for 2.5 months. And then they could see the mountaintops.
Man, when you live to be 800 years old, you really just waste a lot of time.
A lot of time.
Just like, hey, do you want to get out of this boat? We've been here for like 3.5 months now.
Well, no, but like they're at the top of the tallest mountains. They can't fucking go anywhere. They go swimming, I guess.
I guess.
I don't know. God did not remind them to bring swim trunks.
He only taught them to bring snacks.
Yeah.
We have this cooler full of Nature Valley granola bars and fruit punch Capri Suns, and that is it.
After another 50 days, Noah opened the window, told you the window was going to be important. You can look this up. In chapter 8, verse 6, it says, Noah opened the window that he made in the boat.
I don't even know why I'm doing this. I know it's going to be in here. I've learned chapter 8, verse what?
6.
Yep. Noah opened the window he had made in the boat and released a raven.
Like, as though...
That flew back and forth until the earth was... What?
Flew back and forth until the earth was dry. But, like... If they had just put, oh, Noah opened the window, that was going to be the deal breaker. People are going to be like, whoa, you didn't say he made the window. I was buying all of this until he opened a window you didn't tell me he made.
I feel like the story of Noah's Ark is forgetting some very key elements. First of all, the exact measurements of the boat are in here. So if you want to go home and make your own Noah's Ark, you can.
Should I do a little infographic between us when I edit it and be like, this is like roughly how big it would be?
Wow, isn't that nice? Are you going to do that? Because I feel weird now.
I mean, there's part of me that wants to do it.
I feel like I forced you into a quarter.
But there's also part of me that would be really funny if I just didn't do it. And there was a moment of you just being like,
both are fun.
They are.
And then you can put it up right now, and then we both look stupid. Also,
yeah,
Noah's raven is like his messenger to
No, I think he just hated the raven. I think he was just like, fuck out of here, bird.
I thought the raven was like,
sick of you.
Go forth, see if the world has been dry.
No, he didn't send it out to see if he didn't send the raven out to see if the earth was dry. He just let it out. I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't think it's like
he wasn't on a quest. He just got rid of the fucking raven.
Yeah, he just let it out to fly around. Oh no, in the noses to look for things. So yeah, he like let it out to just like fly around. Like, is there shit? What's up?
Yeah, Raven, go see if there's shit. He named the raven Ray Lewis.
A weird call forward.
In a million years, that joke's gonna be fucking hilarious.
His wife's just like, God damn it, I hate you so much.
I'm sorry, in like 3,000 years, because the world is
fucking wish that I just only like died in the flood.
6,000. What was that, dear?
Shit for fucking 6. What's up? Hey, honey, I'm so excited that we survived together.
Oh, I am too. Would you like to have intercourse with me, your husband?
No.
We can do it in front of the zebras this time. They don't like it.
I've been cheating on you with an angel.
That makes sense. I hear their cocks are huge.
So big.
And when you fuck them, you get a giant.
I'm pregnant with a giant baby.
How does that work out, like, physically?
I don't know the technicalities. He just said he was a giant, and I said, okay.
Are you going to, like, how big's the baby going to be?
I'm terrified to find out.
Yeah, I would be. I'm not, because you're a bitch and I hate you, but you cheating whore. Get off my boat. Go have fun with your giant-ass kid. Big-ass
Noah
head.
puts out a dove, and he's like, hey, dove, find land. And the dove doesn't. And then a week later, he's like, try again. And the dove comes back with an olive branch, and Noah's like, dope, it's working. And then another week later.
Is that where that expression comes from?
Dope, it's working?
No, the olive branch, you jackass.
I know, yeah, I'm imagining, yeah, probably.
Because he found him an olive branch.
Yeah. But, like, isn't it the olive branch of peace? Right? Isn't that the thing?
I don't know.
I feel like if you're going to bring it up, you should know the whole phrase.
I thought it was just to extend an olive branch.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe that was, okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that's where it comes from, but probably.
Maybe.
Let's look it up later.
Man, this fucking Bible. I've never read the Bible, but I know it has a thing for olives and figs.
It does.
That's what I do.
It's a desert
know.
thing. Yeah, we were talking about the figs thing last week.
Yeah. And olives.
Yeah.
And figs.
So yeah, then a week after that, after the olive branch thing, he lets the dove go and it just doesn't come back. So I guess it didn't love him. And then in chapter 13, Noah's 601 now.
That was a year?
Yeah, it was a year.
That was 1 year.
Oh, it's been 10 and a half months since the flood started. So the flood started like right after his birthday.
Give me all these people's birthdays. I want to celebrate Noah's birthday.
Okay.
Tell me when the. I just want.
Actually, you know what? You could probably extrapolate it because in the little asterisk notes, it tells you things like the 4th day of the 7th month.
Oh, Hebrew on the first day of the first month.
Yeah.
What is 8/13?
So we could figure it out.
Dude, the flood began. I don't know the Hebrew calendar, but began the very first day of the Hebrew calendar.
I assume it's just our calendar.
Is it?
I don't think the Hebrews have different. I don't think the Hebrew calendar.
I don't know. I know some places have different calendars.
No, I know they do, but I don't think that. I don't think that one's different.
Okay, so then.
Well, actually, no, that can't be right because we use a Greco-Roman calendar.
Yeah.
And that was several weeks after the Old Testament.
Weeks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we burned through 5,500 years with fucking 6 people having kids and living 1,000 years old. So I'm assuming that like the Roman Empire starts next week after the fucking flood.
It has to, right?
So he has 601. It's been 10.5 months since the flood started. He sees the waters drying up, and then 2 more months later, the earth is dry. So everybody likes to be like 40 days and 40 nights of rain, but it was a year.
Well, it was 40 days and 40 nights of straight rain.
Yeah, and the geysers from the ground, the earth jizz.
Oh, the geysers.
Yeah.
But that was just to flood the world. But then it stayed
right,
flooded.
But then it stayed, yeah.
Yeah, because
God couldn't just fix it.
No,
yeah,
no.
You just gotta let it evaporate.
Yeah, come on, science, you know. Come on.
Obviously, yeah. Then God tells Noah to get off the boat, and everybody gets off the boat, and Noah makes an altar and takes all the animals. They're like, "We made it!" and goes, "Fuck you, bitch!" and kills them for God.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So you remember earlier when I was like, God has certain animals that he gets an ultra erection for when they die in front of him?
Mm-hmm.
All those animals, I'm sure, were like, dude, we get to stretch our legs. We're off the boat. It's been a very stressful year. And God's like, yeah, that's what I thought, bitch. And then murders them so God can have a boner.
Wow.
The Lord was pleased with the sacrifice.
Thanks.
Because murdering the entire world...
You guys didn't have to do all that.
I mean, kind of took care of myself, but you know, the handies, it's good. Oh yeah, yeah, that's good. I'm loving all this. This is so good.
You guys, come on! This is so unexpected. Look at all this murder.
So I looked up a bunch of different translations of that verse because I wanted to know, like,
yeah.
So the sacrifice process is they kill the animal and then they put it on an altar and burn it. Like the actual sacrifice is burning it
because they can't use it. Is that?
I don't know why, but like that's the actual process.
You have a burnt burger, it tastes terrible. I'm just kidding.
But like that's what you like when you sacrifice something, you make an altar and then you kill it and then you put the thing on the altar and burn it. And like,
man, they really didn't have a lot going on back then.
They really didn't. Like that was Monday Night Football for them.
Yeah, that was Netflix.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, girl, what's up with you? Hey, yo, what you doing, lady? You want to come back to my place and slaughter a goat in my living room? Hey, yo, where you going, ma? What the fuck, man?
She texts her friend. She's like, another fucking guy asked me to come over to his house and sacrifice a lamb, and all I want is just to like have like a meaningful, deep relationship. I'm sick of murdering goats in people's living rooms.
That's all guys want to do.
I did that plenty in college. Like, I'm much more mature now. I have. More
I just thought people my age now. I mean, Lindsay, I'm 385 years old.
I need to settle down.
I thought men my age would just be past the whole sacrifice for the Lord thing.
The thing is that you need to find a man that's like in his 600s because that's when they really start to chill out. Like we all know that women mature faster than men, and you got to find a man that it's in his 60s. I mean, maybe somebody in like his early 500s, if he's like got a really good job, he could be big at work. But it's just in the 600s.
You know, I did meet this 535-year-old man who, well, it's not a job per se.
Okay,
but he looks at trees all he just looks at them and he goes, yep, that's a tree. And then he goes to the next one and he makes sure that's a tree. But he's such a sweet guy, you know, like I have not seen him kill. an animal or a bird.
Because they're different.
They're different. Yes, they're different.
We all know that.
Animals do the walkie, birds do the fly.
I was gonna make a joke about getting set up with the guy that invented tents, but it's gone now. So,
Wait,
yeah,
you know the guy who invented tents? Such a fucking bad. Wait, he's dead now, isn't he?
by like 3,000 years. Yeah.
Oh, that's like nothing. That's like
my grandpa's 1,000 years.
Come on.
No, so yeah, I looked up translations of the sacrifice thing, and basically God got off on the smell of setting animals on fire.
I don't blame him. It smells delicious.
Says, the odor of the sacrifice, these are different. These are like several different translations.
Okay.
The odor of the sacrifice pleased the Lord. The Lord smelled the soothing aroma, and the Lord was pleased with the aroma of the sacrifice. Yeah. He was super, super fucking into it.
I don't like the word soothing in there.
I know, yeah. No.
That makes it very bad.
Yeah. There's nothing more soothing than the smell of burning flesh in the morning.
No.
Small lambs begging for mercy as you slit their throats.
Please
stop. I have a massive erection now.
We all do. Folks at home, feel free to whip them out.
Yeah. We can't see you.
No, we can't. We'd like to, though.
Damn, I did the wink like a second too early.
No, you're right. It's good. It's good. It's okay. We'll just edit it in post. You know
I'll just punch my eye out and then, put it in
no, just like freeze frame yourself and then I'll say the thing and then... If you want to email me your erections, it's at Titties McJugjug on Instagram.
It's Titties McJugjug is the Instagram, but it's just dick pics.
No, you DM me the dick pics. I will not post dick pics.
Then what service does that account? Like, what are you posting that
what
people want to see?
What are you talking about? I don't understand. I need to make that now. I need to do it before someone else does. I want Titties McJugjug real bad.
Oh, and then so God gets his murder boner from the smell of burning cows, and
see, I would get hungry.
No, so I actually I need to tell you a thing from like my childhood, like
sure,
being raised as like in this. So the rainbow is a big deal.
In the Bible?
Not in the Bible, but in
you personally.
In the church.
Okay.
Like when you're a little kid, if you see a rainbow, your parents will be like, "That's God's promise to Noah that he'll never flood the earth again."
That's kind of sweet.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah,
I guess
it's not so bad. Hey everyone.
It's okay.
We're just talking about rainbows.
Yeah. So like, it's not in the book, but like that's just a thing. Like when you're a little kid, like you'll see a rainbow and your parents will be like, "Ah, that's the thing." Never says that in there. But it does say.
It doesn't say it anywhere in the Bible.
Not as far as we've gotten.
Okay.
Like the whole rainbow, like being a forgiveness. Like it doesn't mention rainbows. But the reason I bring that up is because all the parents will claim that's God saying that he won't murder everything again.
Mm-hmm.
But in the book, God says that to himself.
Oh.
Like he doesn't even tell Noah, "Hey man, don't worry. I'm never going to murder everybody again." He smells the sacrifice. He's just like in his own head, just like, "I think I overreacted. I don't think I'm not going to do that again." No one else is aware of that decision.
No, but someone heard it because it's in the Bible.
Yeah, but how many do you think that's why Jewish people have a stereotype of being neurotic? Because God never actually communicated to them, "Hey, don't worry, I'm never going to murder everybody on the planet again."
They are just waiting for it.
Yeah.
Well, you never know because the Lord can come back down again and just wipe out the entire earth.
Yeah.
Just flood the whole thing again. It's fine.
Also, another asterisk. When God's like, "I'm not going to murder everybody again. That was the old me. It's not me anymore." He also says, even though, and here are several translations.
Oh, hell yeah.
Even though...
Where are we at in the book?
821.
Again, if you want to follow along at home, 821.
Promises never to murder everything in the world again, even though people are evil as soon as they're born. every inclination of the human heart is evil from childhood. The imagination of a man's heart is evil from his youth. Everything they think or imagine is bent toward evil from childhood. Those are all different translations of 821.
Oh, and then guess what happens next?
What happens next?
As long as the earth remains, there will be springtime, harvest, cold and heat, winter, summer, and day and night.
Dope. Glad we have summer.
Wow. That's a weird transition there. To condemn all human thought and feelings.
Just pure evil.
Just all of it.
Yeah.
Since you were born, you've been evil.
You get born, and the first thing you think is just like, what if I murdered babies?
I could just like kill everything. Okay, so this is actually an interesting.
Yeah.
This is let's talk about this for a minute. I got thoughts and feelings.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you do.
I got thoughts and feelings, and they're all evil. So,
as we have learned,
as we just found out
from the true Bible that tells the truth. All the
hashtag
time.
born this way. So, I grew up Catholic, and we had to go to Sunday school and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I mentioned this in the last episode, but I was very curious as a child and just didn't understand things. I did talk about it, where I just asked questions to the teachers and some nuns, and like just asking genuine questions.
Right, just like, why does this happen, or like, this doesn't make sense. Whatever.
And then like the responses I would get would be as if I was a 13-year-old atheist trying to prove their entire belief system wrong. Well, so I would say stuff like, "Okay, it says here that God is Lord and Jesus is Lord. So is Jesus God? But Jesus the Son of God?" And they'd be like, obviously, and just like, I'm a 6-year-old child. So like one of the things we were taught was that every child is born with sin,
right?
And that you will always be a sinner,
right?
But you can always try to be better,
right? Is
that where that comes from? Is that like decent, or is there more later on?
No, the original sin is man listening to a woman.
Oh, right. We did talk about that last episode. We kind of just skirted past that. I mean, we talked about other, but that's in there.
Uh-huh.
We read that.
Yeah. No, like, all joking aside, the original sin is disobeying God and eating the tree from the fruit of the knowledge.
I mean, that's the more accurate way to put it, but also he wasn't super stoked about him listening to a woman.
That is true. That is exactly what the man was punished for.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was literally punished exclusively for listening to not even his wife, just a woman.
Just a woman who didn't have a name yet.
Yeah, no, she was woman.
She was woman.
Uh-huh. Until they got kicked out of the garden.
Because you're Eve now, and she didn't even name herself.
No.
So fucked up, man. And like, so every child is born with sin sounds way better than every thought and feeling you've ever had is pure evil.
Yeah. But don't worry, God's not going to murder you.
It seems like he wants to, though.
Yo, he obviously wants to.
He talks like soothing is the way he described burning animals.
Yeah, no, he wants you to die. But he's just not going to make it happen because he's a loving God.
It's a similar kind of love you have when you see a puppy. When you see a puppy, you're like, oh, it's so cute, I could just crush its head in. Does that happen to you?
Do you want to turn this off and we can kind of just talk?
No. Like, you know, when you see like a cute little puppy and he's like wagging tail, he's all fat,
right?
Yeah, walking, he like stumbles over.
You're
like, you pick him up. You're like, you're just the cutest little thing. I just wish I could squeeze you into a paste.
I feel like maybe we should talk.
You never just want to shake a puppy because it's so cute.
No, I really feel like
bite its ear and
might be working through some stuff that is not really for the public forum and more something that like maybe a professional.
No, this is definitely a normal thing.
I'm pretty sure that it's not.
We could ask Carrie.
Okay,
Carrie. You ever see a puppy who just want to squeeze it into a paste?
Oh yeah, totally. Okay, I guess I'm the weirdo. I guess.
Yeah, you're the odd man out here.
Maybe I'm Jesus.
It's in here.
All right.
So you never see a puppy and want to squeeze it into a face?
I really don't. No.
Okay.
Do you have any shows coming up? You want to?
I do have a show coming
about?
up. Am I gonna talk about a show that I have this Saturday at Sky Blue Cafe at 8 p.m. and also 10 p.m. I'll be working the door, and then I'll be maybe getting it. I mean, you don't have to. There's no
Do you have
rush.
anything after Saturday? I was gonna post it on Sunday because I think it's ironic, but
It is fun to post it on Sunday. Then I'll tell you, the show was a lot of fun yesterday when it happened. It was great. I loved it. No, I don't have anything else going on. I need to be better about promoting this show. I was so shocked when you put it up. I thought you were gonna wait to get a couple of them together.
I was thinking about it, and I probably should have done that, but I was excited. And also, the way I look at it is even we could just do it 2 days in a row and get a couple in the can.
Mm-hmm.
But
put them in the can.
Yeah.
That's what they always say. Make sure you get them into the can.
I think I'm playing a show. Doing a songwriters night in a couple weeks, the 20th of May.
How are those?
They can be cool. It kind of depends. So the music that I make is mostly acoustic pop punk stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's there's nothing offensive about it. It's just people might not be fans because they want to hear Garth Brooks, and I'm not that.
Right.
But I have a couple songs that are more left leaning and slightly political, and there are times when I'm standing in front of 3 people that are this far away from me. I'm just I think tonight's not the night for that song. I think I'll pick a different one to show people. But no, they're good. They're cool.
Man, that's the thing about punk, though. It's supposed to be political.
Yeah, but I don't want to die.
Yeah, dying's not the greatest.
I mean, that's obviously over dramatic, but it's when it's in a tiny room and all the people look angry that I'm there. I don't. I don't want to fuel their fire.
Go,
yeah. Maybe I don't know. Maybe.
You look like you met a queer and weren't upset about it. I don't know why it's got to be a Southern
My mom's
accent.
gay.
Your mom's gay?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good for your mom.
Yeah.
It's just.
No, I was responding to the character that you were doing.
Oh.
More than
Fuck. I felt so weird about making him Southern just because we're in the South. And it's really fun.
You know what's
do
really
the Southern
interesting
accent.
is I've noticed most Southerners maybe they're not that's the greatest style of comedy I've ever heard, but most Southerners don't really care if you do a joke Southern voice. It's people that aren't from here. They're offended for the people that are from here.
Because every Southerner, if they aren't like that, they know somebody who is.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody the other day at the bar about the sin tax. How it's 19% tax on alcohol or some ludicrous shit.
Bible Belt, man.
Yeah, and I made that joke, and I was just welcome to the Bible Belt. And everybody at the bar was haha. And there were just 2 people that were from somewhere else in the country, and they were just
It's a fun voice.
yeah.
It's hey, listen, y'all, I was down by the creek the other day, and I just saw a duck, and I said to that duck, "What are you doing down here, duck?" And he said, "Oh, I'm just hanging out in the water." And I said, "Good goddamn, that duck talking." Then I left. That's the end of that story. Could have asked that duck 1,000 questions. Instead, I just left God's mystery on that duck.
Well, we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Should we do an intro? Bye. Shit. It's we're not talking shop to the outro. Bye. Thank you for stopping by. Kiss your mother on the forehead.
Aggressively.
Aggressively? Tell your dog it's a stupid piece of shit. I don't know. Goodbye.
Bye. We need to talk.